Hello and welcome to anyone and everyone who's decided to watch this video. Today we got a quick one, or at least I'm going to try and make it a quick one, looking over the Transformers Legacy United Commander Class Magmatron. And this is my second time trying to make this because the first footage I did for him kind of got all messed up, and now I'm pretty late to talking about him, so there's really no point to, other than I have to talk about Magmatron because I love Magmatron because he is one of my favorite characters in Transformers ever. He always has been ever since I was a little kid and went to the Scholastic Book Fair and picked up my copy of the Gathering graphic novel where he is the main villain. And ever since, I have always dreamed of having his toy in my life, and we got this unexpected but very, very welcome brand new Commander Class 1, and oh my goodness, it is beautiful. And we will be starting this video, of course, in his amazing yet insane Magmasaurus combined mode, a mode I am so happy to see that they kept, where all three of his dinosaur forms are combined together into this massive dinosaur centaur beast dragon thing. Such a wacky concept that I'm so glad they retained for this new version. It's just a crazy idea, and it's something I kind of wish we saw more in Transformers, combining in unique ways like this to make these big creatures or big vehicles, like more than just a combined robot. And plus, I really love the tail of the plesiosaur here. Well, the head of the plesiosaur becoming the long whippy tail of this creature. Probably one of the most horrifying things about this insane chimera. But yeah, that's the Magmasaurus. Pretty fun stuff. Really glad they included this. But of course, we have, along with this monstrosity, 3 real-life dinosaurs to look at. So let's get to that, huh? Alright, we got the plesiosaur, the Gigantosaurus, and the Quetzalcoatlosaurus. And we will start here with this one. And here he is on all fours. I've heard this is how this creature supposedly is believed to actually stand around by paleontologists, but of course the original toy and the animation in this toy expect you to display it like this, so you can see the spark crystal that each dinosaur contains. And here's his little dino head, all sharp and nice, got that beautiful golden paint in his little tiny chicken legs. And one thing that has always stood out to me with Magmatron that I've always thought was interesting is he has the big purple T-Rexy, not actually a T-Rex form, and the red pterodactyl, not actually a pterodactyl form, which of course is very reminiscent of Megatron and Pterosaur from the Beast Wars. So I've always wondered how intentional that is. But yeah, here it is. And this is maybe the weakest of the 3 dinosaurs. His wings are made of softer, rubbery plastic. I don't know how well this will hold up over the years. Hopefully it will turn out being really good, because I don't want this guy falling apart on me. But who knows? Easily the smallest and least interesting of the individual dinos to me, but I do still think it's a pretty fun dino toy to be messing around with. But let's move on and get a look at the plesiosaur here, and we'll just let the red one lay around. And this big chunky boy and his big long articulated neck, you can do lots of crazy stuff with it. And very hollow in there, which that's not the best thing. I would have liked not to have this, but I still think this neck is better looking than all the amounts of ball joints they used on the original. And yeah, I think it is very fun getting all the different poses you can out of him, and you can just have him swimming along or soaring through the air. Because one of my favorite shots in that Gathering book was this guy falling down and having little VTOL hover nozzles in his tummy as he just goes down to the ground. And he's got some nice little metallic paint there on top of him just to give him some interest. So, yeah, not bad. Not bad. Definitely a fun one. Now, the best of the three is easily the Gigantosaurus, because it is big, it's chunky, and it is very imposing. My one problem with it is I wish you could do more with the head, but for the structure of the robot, they probably had to sacrifice a little bit here, because you got the big gray panel here underneath the neck, and you can only open the mouth so much, which that is a little upsetting, but everything else about him, I just like it. He's big, he's a very beautiful shade of purple, got the nice clicky legs and the ankle joints, so you can get some good movement out of him and get some good crazy predator poses, like he's ready to attack easily. The most fun of the three individual dinos. Those definitely the one I like the most when I have them separated into their individual components. But enough of them as individuals. We gotta look at the big bad man himself. So let's do that. And there he is, and we gotta readjust for his gigantic self. And ooh, is he wonderful. Just look at him in all his majesty. Just got a real crazy gladiator king kind of vibe to him. Very perfect for a Decepticon. Well, Predacon commander. And I really love the mix of the color tones on him and the whole imagery of the dino heads wrapped around his robot head are all pretty great. And that said, one of the problems I do have with him has got to be his robot face being green. That is a little weird. It definitely feels like it should be silver. That's definitely how I remember his face looking. I feel like he'd look a little bit better that way. And you can see again the spark crystal for the wing of the Quetzalcoatl there, and also here on the gold part of his arm is the plesiosaur's spark crystal. Just very interested in that. And here's his cool chest details where he has a fake bird claws wrapped around the chest. That's always an interesting design, and I like the little venting around the beak. That's pretty cool too. And the only other flaw of this robot mode, also, until I got this toy, I never realized he still had his tail in robot mode. That's kind of cool. I know some people probably have problems with the backpack, but I mean, you gotta put the plesiosaur neck somewhere. That's not really a thing for me, especially because it's an easy place to grab him by if you need be. He's got this great robot detailing on the legs, which I'm actually a big fan of, having these huge pistons here. But this block here tabs in and takes away his ankle articulation. And I don't know... Well, not... Sorry, I'm showing off the wrong joint. It doesn't take away his pivot. It takes away this articulation, the forward-backward movement. And I don't know why he has to lose that in robot mode. Like, maybe it'd be harder for him to stand and collapse over on himself, but I kind of wish he still could use that in this form. But, yeah, as for accessories, he can take off these obvious swords that are in his wings and give them here to give him a set of smaller dual blades, which, this is kind of fun. It's a nice little feature. The red makes them really stand out, even though, of course, he's got red parts of the robot. He is mostly a purple and teal design, so the red blades does really stand out. You can have him doing some nice battle poses with these, but they're definitely his least interesting weapons. Definitely, for most people, they are probably just going to stay on his head wings forever. And neighbor's dog's barking. And that's okay, because he has his sword gun cannon thing, which has the Gigantosaur's spark crystal right there. And you can readjust the handle for him to hold it in gun mode. Kinda, like, I haven't really been able to get him to hold it this way. Well, now he finally, and it comes right out. But it never looked that great as a cannon anyway. It's definitely cooler as a sword. They done? Yeah. But I guess I have to bring up the most controversial thing about this figure is the blade, which is removable because it was a missile on the original toy, is made of the blast effect plastic, which, yeah, that is a big no-no, because it's bad plastic. At least there's no paint in here on the cannon hilt for it to get ruined. All the paint is ironically on the blast effect blade, but it's definitely going to warp over time. Mine's already warped a little bit just from having him hold the sword at a slight angle. Well, and I don't know if you store this blade inside the tail when he's in his beast modes, so maybe doing that can straighten it out over time, keep it straight. But yeah, I wouldn't mind maybe a third party or something doing a plastic blade to replace this. But that is a thing. And lastly, we've got the shield made from the belly of the plesiosaur, and for this you just take his other arm, and yeah, just snap it on right here like this, and voila, and he can hold that and be ready to fight off Maximals, Autobots, whatever toys you want him to go against. Hopefully we will get a new big convoy commander class to face off with him, and I would have brought out my Encore big convoy to show next to him like I did in my first recording that got lost, but he's kind of buried under a bunch of stuff, so there sadly just isn't really any time to. And besides, we're not here to talk about Big Convoy. We're here to talk about Magmatron, as that neighbor dog just ruins the mood. But yeah, I think Magmatron is great. He's really nice. He's got a couple of flaws, but they don't ruin the toy in any way, and that just makes me really happy, because I've just always wanted Magmatron in my life, in my collection. I've just adored this character for years, and as much as most people would want a big convoy to go with this thing, and I would like one too, I would also like a Razor Beast so that we can get our true The Gathering on here. And I would like that. But even if we don't get a Razor Beast, we'll probably get that big convoy. And if we don't get big convoy, who cares? Because we got Magmatron. He's here. He's great. It's unbelievable that he happened. And it's just really great that he happened. So, yeah, that's just been me gushing about the love I have for Magmatron. So I think I've been rambling on enough. Thank you all for watching, and see you guys around.